Hi there. The game does have an autosave, as it turns out. When I stopped yesterday, the game had just explained about training the three disciples. You have to approach one of them, and that starts a fight. So each time you battle a disciple, I assume he'll gain experience and level up over time. And the other important thing to do is try to make them learn your moves, and you do this by hitting them with said move. I don't know if the game lets you know whether it works. But I'll keep hitting her with just Tiger and Dragon's Rebuke to see if she learns that move. Lei is the one who gains experience from this, and yes, she did learn Tiger and Dragon's Rebuke. What the game implies you should do, and what I assume most people will do in their first time playing this, is try to distribute the training between the three, so everybody gets some experience and everybody learns some of the master's moves. And I think you can actually check Lee's skill set now. And there it is, Tiger and Dragon's Rebuke. All four of these, I believe, are unique to Lee. The master doesn't have those. I, however, am going to play favorites, and I am going to train Lee every time. Now we try to make her learn this one. It's going to take a while. I remember the Super Nintendo version having a button that you could press to quickly repeat the last skill you used. Don't know if this remake has it. I don't think so. She gained defense, but she did not learn Traveler's first step, so we're gonna have to try again.
たよりやりおるわ。あと2000か。
やっ
来なさい。それ百里の道の一歩から。
And I should note that because she gets stronger with every time we train here, she's actually gonna be more difficult to beat with every duel. I don't know if it will reach the point where she's actually challenging to defeat. Yeah, Yumi by far is the one that starts out the weakest. Also, she learned the move. But he has like only 2 skills. And just a plain punch and kick abilities.
やっ
来なさい。
Next move.
この拳は獅子のごとく。
Oh, she's using my move now.
No.
And she proc the paralysis, but since the master shortens how long the stance effects last, I don't know, it just didn't last at all.
今日のところはこれくらいにしておくか。どうじゃ、きつかったろう。
そうってことね。いや
レイさん、
バカ野郎、手助けなんかいらねえよ。
いや、ダメっち。レイは女の子たち。女には優しくしなきゃダメっちよ。
私が女？
さあ、今日はこの竹林で速度を上げる修行じゃ。速さか。ほら。
Oops.
随分と動きにくい地面ですね。
ここは私にとっちゃ庭みたいなもんさ。
では始めるぞ。
私の速さ見せてあげるよ。
来なさい。
A nice change of scenery, but she has not learned the Lion's Dismissal yet. She already has got more HP than the master.
あと3
私の速さ見
来なさい。いや無駄じゃよ。
なんだって。
I hope I don't need to write this on for more than one fight, because look at how much damage it deals. And I think using any other skills will reduce the chance of learning this one. And I'm realizing that giving Lee equipment that raises her defense is just making this harder. We're gonna have to try again. Let me remove Lee's equipment then. We can put it back later.
あと2000じゃ。
私の速さ
来なさい。
I'll alternate between these two and see if she learns either of them.
まだまだ。はい。老子の知恵をもって敵を封じる。
Monkeys with throws. I noticing, does she only learn a new skill when she levels up? Because in that case, it might be that leveling up is what decided to learn new skills, not using them on her.
あと一戦か。
私の速さ見せてあげるよ。
来なさい。
But if you do have to hit her with skills for it to learn, I worry about this one because this is a counter, so you cannot use it on command. I need to bait her into using a long range attack on me and rely on the counter actually proccing, activating me. I don't know if I can do that. She has to decide to use her one ranged skill, which she doesn't seem to be interested in doing. Yeah, she just keeps moving towards me. Maybe I can teach her Chipmunk's Delight and then let her hit me with it so I can use my counter.
今日はここまでじゃ。皆口では強がっているが、今日の修行は答えたじゃろう。どれ、様子を見てみるか。さすがにクタクタか。硬い床でも死んだように眠っておるわ。ん？ユン。
サモさんには体力、レイさんにはスピードがある。くそ、負けるもんか。
ユン。ほほほほ。さて、お主らもどうにか基本はできてきた。今日からはわしとの実践で力を身につけるのじゃ。
望むとこだよ。
お塩さんに勝ったら飯はもっとたらふくにしてくれっち。実践とは相手がお主らの命を狙ってくるということじゃ。だからわしも本気で行かせてもらう。こやつらも随分と強くなった。今のわしが連戦できるのは4戦というとこ
I
ろ
think
じゃ。
this will be the last 4 rounds.
さて、誰から行くか。
実践か。上等だよ。
来なさい。
She would take cages to beat at this point if I don't remove her equipment.
もうこの知恵を持って敵を封じる。
Oh, Wise Fox Gracie is very powerful for an attack that hits all around you.
ふう、あと3戦か。
実践か。上等だよ。
来なさい。まだまだ。
まずいね。
So it deals with 2 debuffs. It both cripples your arms and legs, so I think that while Lee has those, she actually can't use any move at all. Because any attack will use either her arms or legs.
もうこの知恵を持って敵を封じる。まだまだ。
There's Ice Fox's Grace. I think what the moves you use on them might affect the order that they learn by leveling up. But they eventually learn everything.
これほどあと2戦。
実践か。
来なさい。
Also, having your legs debuffed means you cannot walk on the field. Like so.
軽やかなることシマリスのごとく竜子のカイナをも止める技じゃ。あと一戦か。
実践
来なさい。
Last one.
そこか。竜子のカイナをも止める技じゃ。まだまだじゃ。
なんだって。
それそれ。
まずいね。
Every time she uses one of my own moves back at me, I am a little scared, but it's a good thing that Tima's just such good evasion.
うりゃ。老子の知恵をもって敵を封じる。ほら。ここ
Is it his turn to collapse on the
じゃ
floor?
あ。
お師匠様。
じじ
何大丈夫じゃ。お主らがわしの想像を超えて上達したということじゃ。今日はこのわしが休まねばならんようじゃな。そうして老子と三人の弟子の修行の日々は瞬く間に過ぎていった。さて、今日は大切なことを教えよう。お主らは確かに強くなった。だが強さとは相手を倒す力ではない。自らの身を守ることも強さのうちじゃ。ロシ様、ロシ様。あんたまだオラを違うね。ウォンの町のならず者がユンファの市場に来てやりたい放題よ。ウォンの町の
孫子王だ。きっとユンファなら老子様の目も届かないと思って僕が行きます。
うぬぼれるな。今のお主が言ったところでどうにもならん。確かに今のお主らなら奴らを倒せるじゃろう。だがその恨みはユンファの人たちに返ってくる。力に力で対抗したところで憎しみを増やすだけなのじゃ。お主らはまだ心が鍛えられておらん。老子様。
So is nobody doing anything about it?
案ずるな。ユンハには
Okay.
わしが行こう。お 主らはここで稽古をしておるのじゃ。よいな。
わかりました。
わかってるよ。稽古だろ。
すみませんでした。お師匠様。どうぞお気をつけて。
お師匠さん、早く帰って飯にしようっち。
Oh, they are all out of the party now, so I cannot give Lee her equipment back yet. I forgot to check how much stronger she got over the other two because I ulted her. But I believe Yumi is still stuck at level 1. And Hone was level 5 if I remember.
酒だ酒だ。食いもんだ食いもんだ。うんねでうんねで。しし。早々に立ち去れ。
The same 3 guys from that other time.
お主らとて痛い目を見たくはなかろう。この俺があの時のままと思うなよ。キハ門団に入り厳しい修行を積んだのだ。くらえ俺様の新必殺剣。
Let's get right in the middle of there and hit everybody with Wise Fox Grace.
この知恵を持って敵を封じる。
Nice.
寝やがって。まだまだじゃ。山田のように素早く。嘘。
He's not worthy of the boss die animation.
こんなはずじゃ。このままで済むと思うなよ。オーディワンリー様がお前らを叩き潰してくれるだろうよ。
Is this the first time we hear the name OD1 Lee? I feel we've heard something similar to that before.
オディワンリー、イハモンダン。やったね。さすが老子様ね。
Hey, so Charman accessory. Did we get a pitch bomb or is that just not an actual item? Okay. That's the part where everybody gives you stuff by talking to them. A bottle of Chegwini, I have no clue what that is. Might be some sort of medicine. A lot of new equipment just from that. Oh, why is Lee on the ground up there?
レイ、どうしたのじゃ。
じじい、すまねえ。じじいの留守中、ギハモンダンとかいうやつらが、私ら死に物狂いで戦ったんだけど、あいつらすごい数で。
ユンとサモは
中に。
しっかりするのじゃ、レイ。
Doesn't help if you're out of any equipment. Oh. Okay, 99 speed, that's a lot, especially compared to the master.
ユン。サモ。目を開けんか、サモ。サモ。許さん。許さんぞ。ギハモンダン。ユン、サモ、すまなかった。悔しかったろう。苦しかったろう。この老いぼれもすぐ行くからな。待っていてくれ。これからわしのすることをよく見ておくのじゃ。今のわしにはもう何度もできんことじゃからな。わしの息遣い、間の取り方、その一挙手一投足を、その目に心にしかと焼き付けるのじゃ。
じじい。
これが我が剣、千が連山剣じゃ。今のお前にはできようはずもない。しかし一度心に焼き付けておけば、お前なら そう長くはかからんじゃろう。
They stole 21 cars. Hi there.
今
Welcome.
日はこれまでじゃ。ゆっくり休め。
I am afraid not. Sorry.
どこ行くんだい？
ちとあいつらの墓前に行ってこようかと思ってな。今日はこれまでにしよう。ゆっくり休め。
分かったよ。
And here's what that training sequence was actually about. You raise the sets of your 3 disciples as you choose, and the one who ends up with the highest stats is the one who survives that. So you're choosing who gets to live. That's also why it's a waste to try to balance them, because this is always going to happen. So every training session spent on the disciple that's not the one you want is actually wasted. And is why I banked everything into Lee only. But of course, if you play this for the first time, you wouldn't know that. Nothing to pick up here anymore.
老いぼれが一人で仇討ちかい？お見通しだよ、じじい。一人で行くってんならこの私を倒してからにしな。
レイ、わかった。覚悟はできておるな。
当たり前よ。
行くぞレイ。ギハモン団を、オディワンリーを倒しに。
And we're back here again.
なんだじじい、老いぼれの来るところではない。あいにくと用があるのじゃ。その老いぼれがな。まだまだ。ご苦労。貴様は老子。かかれ。やっ。
Now I wish one of us had Pogo's big shot.
それそれ。すまんな。ご苦労。
Let's hit this one with that one very strong skill Lee has.
まずいね。
Unless interrupts it, let's try again.
まずいね。
Okay then, just take this one. Oh nice, he hit the master instead.
見てなよ。いただき。
虎を放て。
Oh, white tigers.
それそれ。 そこまでじゃ。
These are the weak variant again, I think.
百里の道も一歩から。 百里の道も一歩から。
なんだって。
She's still missing attacks.
無駄じゃよ。
But it makes sense in a Martial Arts chapter that everybody relies on evasion instead of defense.
老子の知恵をもって敵を封じる。ご苦労。 この拳は獅子のごとく。無駄じゃよ。
口ほどにもない。
I think it's not too much more to actually try start seeing some more interesting enemies. There was something shiny up there.
それそれ。ご苦労。
Oh, Architecture keeps reminding me of Apothecary Diaries and Saga of the Sammy's Cat. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with any of that. Up until now, this entire chapter actually has just been cinematic, like all the fights are just the interactive story sequences, they're not meant to be actually challenging.
そこまでじゃ
An anime in the cartoon from 20 years ago, I see. He was left with 1 HP. I found it strange that that one didn't one-shot him. Wait, this is the second game in a row where I get to leave one enemy at exactly 1 HP. If you don't count the Arknight's interlude. Hey, something different. I kinda like the idea of having this table in the middle just as a prop to block you. I wish there were more hazards like this.
No.
Oh, so you can actually damage and
口ほどにもない
quote unquote kill the table, but I don't think that turns to anything.
"お初にお目にかかる。死に損ないの半人前とともによくぞここまで来た。さすがは老子、尊敬に値する。だがここにいる者は門下生たちとは違う。一度にかかってもよいが、それでは我々の勝ちは明白だ。第一、多勢に無勢。卑怯な手は好ましくない。
ふざけんな
She said what I... basically what I would have
道
said.
場を襲った時はあんな数で来たくせに
ああ、あれは烏合の衆だ。束にならなければ何もできない末端の連中だ。その火を浴びる意味でも義をもって接しよう。末席から紹介させていただく。三子、数子、いい子、ある子、とんちゃ、シャーチャ、なんちゃ、ペイチャ、ちゃん、りん、シャン三姉妹、そして主席、イーペイコー。これらの者と順に戦い、勝ち残らなければ、文字通り、私の足元にも及ばん。さあ、心躍る宴にしようではないか。
About time we actually have to try and defeat the enemies.
老子の知恵をもって敵を封じる。我は孫子。はあ
Oh, and are they all gonna be voice acted?
俺は数子。どりゃ
いただき
I think what is accidentally doing is giving more experience fodder for Lee.
マガラはあるし。
いいし参る。どりゃおっとはっおっそこか。ご苦労。山田のように素早く。シャーチャの出番だ。
Oh, did that miss? It didn't even show anything.
俺の名はトンチャ。
And
見
he's
てなよ。
avoided release effect.
なんだって。
竜子のカイナをも止める技じゃ。制する。
Oh, I think what happened is he was charging up that attack, and because I moved back with monkeys with throw, it didn't hit anything either.
軽やかなることシマリスのごとく。そこまでじゃ。
ジジイを超えるよ。
Starlight Strike, I thought she'd learn the counter skill from the master. This one's completely new. It's not tweaked to anything the master can use. No, this one also has a counter. But if you hit him from range, I don't think it will proc. Liasu doesn't have anything that's strong against him.
老子の知恵をもって敵を封じる。百里の道の一歩から。やりおるな。
He's charging something up. And I just in time I avoid it.
いかん。まだまだ。ね。山猿のように素早く。そこまでじゃ。
The Dragon Glove. It's so ominous here without any music in the background. But this room does look really pretty in this remake.
ほう。さすが。ならば、美女3人がお相手いたそう。 我が名はシャン。玄武の舞。無駄じゃよ。
As long as that one doesn't move, I can hit her all the way from here. Nice.
私はリン。
I thought she wanted to get to attack even once before she dies.
こまでじゃ。
We're almost there.
お見事。心躍るぞ、老子。久方ぶりにお前の出番だ。
Yeah, it's just how the graphics in RPGs worked back then.
いいペイコ
Your enemies are way much more detailed than your party because they are less animated. On the other hand, whenever you fight a character in this game and they happen to have a small sprite, you can know for sure they will be a party member later, like with Saki in the previous chapter.
それそれ、うん、このいいペイコまで生き残るとはな。これは
He resists half of my moveset.
まずいね。
百里の道の一歩から。
There, if he was aiming for Lee, he's not gonna hit anymore because I moved away. Nice.
いやー、はい。
Same thing.
いただき。
Let's try to keep baiting that attack throwing so I can keep hitting with the Kingfisher's Central. That's a single move that actually is gonna deal a substantial amount of damage on this one.
まだまだ。うわ。
If I pass to Lee, does she get to walk away? Oh, nice. Just he was like a pixel away from filling his bar.
見てなよ。チャッ。 なんだって。
But it wasn't worth it in a way.
もうこの知恵を持って敵を封じ。
Hi there, Night Cerberus. Also, I'm happy that yet another bot gets filtered out. Oh yeah, I'm out of room to move away to be in range for this. But he's almost dead anyway.
うわ。 No. オディワン様。
口ほどにもない。
Time to end this chapter. Retire, we should make this a meme whenever we beat a very old enemy.
ご紹介が遅れてすま
It
ない。
is pretty funny.
そやつらはソーズ、マンズ、暗殺権の使い手であり、常に私の後ろに位置する者たち。そやつらの反逆で私も暗殺されるやもしれぬ。だがそれゆえ私には一切の隙ができぬということだ。 我ら義派門団は同胞ではない。真の強さとはここまでせねば得られぬものなのだ。レイ、こやつらはわし一人で倒す。お前はリーを、オディワン・リーをやるのだ。
リーは私が？
リーの狙いはわしらの体力を消耗させることじゃ。わしよりもお前の方が奴を倒せる力が残っておる。思い出すのじゃ、二人の墓前で見せた奥義を。わしの息遣い、間の取り方、その一挙手一投足を、その目に心にしかと焼き付けるのじゃ。
分かったよ。
貴様が私の相手？老子ではなく貴様が？さすがの老子もここまで追いさらばえたか。
バカ笑いもその辺にしときな。勝負はやってみなきゃわからないよ。
ガキがそんなに死に急ぐか。
サム、ユウ、見てなよ。奥義、
所詮付け焼き場よ。
千が連山か。
Lays Ilon for the final boss scene. Do you have actually learned a new skill from that cutscene? Harness the Shift of Wisdom to execute his ultimate technique and bear down upon an enemy with the strength of mountains. I just let the test scroll a little bit more. Can only be used once. Awesome, and that's half of his HP down. But on the other hand, that's more than half my HP down from his one attack. We didn't use items this entire chapter, so at least I'm well stocked for this boss.
見てなよ。まずいね。
I also have not used any of the offensive items. I got a couple.
これならどうだい？
少しは楽しませてくれるか。
But I have to get rid of this poison.
見てなよ。
Well, good only for dodging half of the hits. And didn't deal near as much damage this time.
老子が見込んだだけあるか。
これならどうだい？
バカ。
This technique would miss so much before I wouldn't guess it would finish off the boss. But it is fitting.
よくやったな、レイ。強くなったな。
何言ってんだ。まだじじいほどじゃねえさ。
我が剣、お前なら正しく伝承してくれるじゃろう。
バカ言うな。
いや、ここまで持ったのが不思議なくらいじゃ。お前の成長がわしをここまで生かしてくれたのじゃろう。レイ、お前は本当は優しい娘じゃ。優しさと強さ、その二つを忘れてはならぬぞ。
分かったよ。
さて、サモとユンに伝えるかのう。お前の成長ぶり。
There's one thing that's a bit lost in translation that I feel I should point out. Throughout all this chapter, Lee has called the master stuff like Gramps or Old Man. All the time she said GG in the Japanese dub. At the very end is the first time she actually calls him master. I think this is lost in the localization.
やっとこの大岩を割れたよ。けど私の言葉遣いは相変わらずさ。誰も怒っちゃくれないからね。私もジジイみたいになれっかな。いつかジジイより優しく強くなってみせるよ。見てなよ、サモ、ユン、ジジイ。この私がこの憲法の伝承者なんだから。
for how short this chapter is, I feel the story is done pretty well. It gets a little boring how up until the very few last minutes, all the fights are basically just interactive cutscenes. You have to try to find any challenge in them. But I really love how this chapter looks in the remake. And of course it plays a lot, quite a bit different depending of what disciple gets to live. I think Lei is the only one that immediately joins you when you assault Oduan Lee's place. I know if you choose to let Haka live, he only joins you pretty much halfway through that final dungeon. And I completely neglected the fact that you could check on Yun and Hong's tombstones and they must have something to say about them. But they're just gonna miss that for this playthrough. I didn't notice chapter comes after the one we're playing next, which is the Edo Japan chapter. Lee replaces the master in the chapter select screen. Here's the next one. This is actually my favorite of these 7 chapters. And I'll take a short break before starting it. I'll see you in a minute. Hi there. No, I have criticized the China chapter for taking too long to become challenging. That's not gonna be the case with this one. Even if this is technically the wrong order and this is supposed to come first. I think in terms of difficult curve it's better to do this later.
待ちかねたぞ。守備はどうじゃ。
I was missing the setting. You can make the dialogue proceed on its own when it's dumped.
ついに我が手中に落ちたが。すでにからくり人形も完成しているでごじゃる。あとは皮を剥ぎ、中身を入れ替えるだけ。夜明けとともに取り掛かるでごじゃる。
Peel back the masking, are we making the first android in medieval Japan?
近頃は生きのいい殿方を苦労ておりませぬゆえ。
これでこの日の元
Alright, these are easily the wackiest villains we've seen so far.
親方様。一足遅かったか。かくなる上はこの私めが。焦るでない颯。頭目の主が命を落としては我が閻魔人軍はどうなる。主に生かせるくらいならばこの老いぼれが行くわ。他にはおるまい。これほどの見つめこなせるものなど。いや、おります。未だ荒削りではありまするが、見込みにおいては一番のものが。ほうほう、してそのものの名は。は、そやつの名は。にございます。おお、やつか。早速呼んでまいれ。いや、やつのこと、すでに来ておることと。おお。さて、主に密命を申し付ける。中身はもう分かっておろうな。はっ。では行け。しばし待てい。主に私の秘術を授けよう。
Oh, just like that.
敵に追われた時などに使うがよい。使っている間は景色と一
The
体とな
knowledge has
り
been
身を隠すことができる技術だ。
telepathically transferred to us.
今は一刻を争う。実戦で試すがよい。主なら使いこなせるだろう。では、行けい。
頼むぞ。この日の元の行く末、主にかかっているのやもしれぬ。
If that name is familiar to you, that's the creator of Detective Conan. All of the main characters are each designed by a different manga artist. And I'd like to say Oboro is my favorite character from this game. He is actually one of the reasons why I like purple so much.
千万人軍きっての忍び、行く手に待ち受けるは生か、はたまた死か。
Already, this is the best looking chapter as well. Now, I've said that this is my favorite chapter, but that doesn't mean I'm good at it or anything. This castle is a huge labyrinth and I always get lost in it at least once or twice. There's a lot to do with this one. I think this chapter could be adapted to its own game. A map, that's something you did not have in this Super Nintendo. I don't remember it at least. Yes, it would. Also, amazing looking pause screen. Oh, but it starts at level 2. So once you've started your chapter, you already have your goal laid out to you. What you're supposed to do is fight and rescue a prisoner, but you can actually just go straight for the final boss if you want. This chapter is very open-ended. The ninja meeting the girl from the last chapter would be cool. Yes, it would. Hold X to turn invisible. Like this, can draw out the cards without having to fight them. Oh, I was terrible at keeping track of this, especially also saving to load the game after some time. There is a password that changes every hour, you have to remember what it is if you want to avoid some fights.
ではおのおの持ち場へ。鐘の音を聞き逃すでないぞ。
The current password is river, I believe. If somebody shouts mountain at you, you have to answer river. So it's river. If the bell plays out, it's changed to origin. Yeah, that's what I just explained. And between this and turned invisible, you can see there's a lot of ways to avoid combat in this. That's because you can actually finish this chapter without killing any NPC. You can do a pacifist run. I won't aim for one in this playthrough, but it's something you can do. I did pacifist once, it's actually not that difficult, but we've already blown it by starting a fight. You can just run away, but I will actually want to see Oboro's moves. Oh jeez, I've underestimated this one. Here's our first game over. So here's the downside of avoiding combat. You want to level up, you want to be ready for the tougher enemies.
何？キャツがやはり早すぎたか。
I did not remember that samurai NPC being this strong. Let's reload and actually fight those guards at the beginning. If we get those soldiers in the beginning, you can level up once. And Oboro is going to keep track of how many people you've killed. There's 100 in total. I don't think there's any special reward for killing all 100 of them. It's just if you don't kill anybody. Water spotted, since he's gonna learn a lot of elemental skills. We didn't see many of those yet, there were just a handful in the caveman chapter. This guy is probably dangerous, but he's not coming after me. Oh, this technique can push. So I might be able to keep him away from hitting me. But he's taking half of my health in a single move, so it's probably too dangerous. I thought this was a door, but you can't go through it. It might be a one-way. Oh, yes, I really need more defense. I see in the empty accessory section, I think I forgot to equip any of the ones I got back in the China chapter. Here you really have to remember to use your best build. As this is the other chapter which has a super boss, it actually has a good handful of optional stuff enemies. As before, I will want to go out of my way to try and fight him. I might leave this for the end of the playthrough. If I happen to run into the boss, I'll try to challenge him, but it is very difficult to just reach him, as I remember. And you see how every enemy has a unique name instead of just being called something generic like a guard or samurai. So I feel bad for killing all these people. Do I see through her rules? I think this one doesn't actually do anything. I think that dialogue is bad localization because this actually is just a civilian who doesn't attack you. So I'll leave her alone. And what's further to the left? Keep it down or they'll find us. I knew he would drop something good. But it's not a secret passage or anything. I think there's a lot of those in this chapter. That's river. I thought that would be a one shot for a second. Yeah, the reason why bribery doesn't work is this game doesn't have a shops or money. There is kind of money in this chapter, but you don't use it for what you normally would in an RPG.
立てるな。やっとの思いでここまでたどり着いたのだ。
しかし父上、あの千両箱さえ持ち帰れば我が渡辺家も。
お家の最高だけでない。城下の民に配れば義族としても名が売れる。
じゃあ早速。
待て、お前には無理だ。罠がかけられているやもしれん。
Yeah, you have to save very often on the attic.
父に任せるの
Those
だ。
are full of traps that will make you fall down or something.
父上、
なんだ。
頑張って。
えい、くせ者。今ネズミ小僧と言われる私をなめるな。
さすがは父上。
そこだ。
父上。
No music. Now the question is, does the same happen to me if I try to go for those chests? Oh, I guess I'm just lucky. Next time you can come back here if you forget the password and they'll say it for you. Would think to look for is the storehouse key inside the storehouse itself. I assume that's the building I couldn't get into before.
ほう、これはわしにはもったいない代物じゃの。
いやいやいや、何をおっしゃいますご家老様。これはまるでご家老様のために生まれいでた品にござりまする。代わりと言ってはなんですが、例の件何とぞ。
わかっておる。しかしお主も悪よの。
いえいえ、ご家老様にはかないませぬわ。
What I'm taking from this is that I should kill a lot of merchants, because they might have something important. Hi there.
良いではないか、良いではないか。
$100 spins, man. What is happening down there? This is our first element to commit. Suijin's Tabi. As a blessing of the god of water, what this actually does, as I remember, is if you have this equipped and to step on water tiles, you will heal HP instead of losing it. I'll try going left first before going down there. His moves aren't so fast. This is like a horror game. The purple highlight is drying, right? And that thing on the top right might be where I'm supposed to be, like where the prison is. I will save all the time to settings because I remember falling a lot on hidden trapdoors in those. There might be some here.
一忍者二忍者三忍者四忍者五人合わせて何忍者五人合わせて五人じゃ
You cannot run away from this. The game says beating one of them causes the others to disappear, but they all look the same. Let's see how much of a difference those water boots do. Do we also keep track of how many times I die? That's the second. So I leave this and come back later. That's a very obvious trapdoor. Yeah, I want to live in this chapter. Look how nice it looks. Oh, Oboro tells you the new password anytime changes. That did not happen in the original. Attic, that means another save. There's that storehouse key. Hi there. That's still dead rats in the span of a couple minutes, so I didn't think I'd find this puzzle this early on. But it's kind of similar to one we had in Dragon Quest Monsters, where you had to deal with conveyor belts. You can change the direction of these cogs and you have to navigate all of this. I recall taking the wrong path here will lead you to a dead end where you have to fall into a trapdoor. So should be careful with that. Oh, and you can't fall just in the regular. You can just walk off the edge. I thought there will be an invisible wall. But this isn't too bad. I'll continue from here instead of reloading. Since we have the key, we can just go back to the storehouse later. This won't open the cage. Yeah, he is escaped. You'd better check. Too bad you can't lock him back in the cage once he gets in.
おお、待ちかねたぞ。助けに来てくれたか。さあ、早くここから出してくれ。
But you'll need the key anyway to free the prisoners, probably with this guy. If you can beat him. Oh, I should stand on the water tiles, I forgot about that. Indeed, we need either more levels or better equipment. If I find a better sword, I might be able to just kill him before he can kill me. At least this way we find out where the prison is located. Oh, this will double my attack, my base attack at least. I think this time I can actually run. Nice. Again. This looks like a trapdoor in the middle, but she's not falling. Now, if you want to kill her, you have to do something else that I don't remember, but I don't think it's worth the trouble anyway. Let's move on. Is that the same sword I had before? Oh, it's like those Mega Man sections where the floor keeps disappearing. The remake has made this quite a bit easier by actually outlining the part of the floor that gives out. I don't think in the Super Nintendo had any way to tell what was a trapdoor. I do need more defense, but is a single point gonna make that much of a difference? I'll keep this one for now. I think this guy might give you something if you didn't kill anybody when you talk to him. If you are going pacifist, you just run away from every fight you get into. And if you get into one of those fights you cannot run away from, you have to just close and reload the save. And by the way, right now I'm just trying to find better equipment, so I'm not trying to arrive at any specific place yet. Although there is an objective, I don't know if the game is leading me to the path that takes to the final boss. One more attic section. Oh, another thing that made those sections tougher in the Super Nintendo is that you did not have diagonal movement. You just move from a fixed tile to tile in 4 directions like in most older games. And I still screw it up. At least we might fall somewhere new. We're back at the prison, so I'm actually going to reload this time. I'm going from the bottom seems easier. Now, was it worth it? Was there? I can't see. No, there is another chest on the bottom left. We don't have a helmet yet, so yeah, well worth it. We get 10 more defense. I have been here before. Now that I have more defense, I could try to take on the guy on the prison again. And if I want to go there, you just have to fall here on purpose, but... I haven't gone down here yet. But this is blue, so it is a place I visited before. So I'm gonna try going to the prison again. What I really needed was to learn a ranged skill, and I know Oboro eventually gets one, but I would have to gain some more levels. Hi there. He doesn't even say anything this time. I can't use the water spout to just to create a water through, I have to hit him. I think I might have found a trick for this fight. If I stay an L shape away from him, he doesn't have any attack that can hit me. Oh, and the water spot has a chance to push him away. That's even better. Yeah, the helm makes a massive difference in how much damage I take. We'll free the prisoner, but first I think this is a merchant. And if so, he might have a good item drop. You can actually give this guy food if you want to, but I think what happens is once you give him enough, he dies because he stuffed himself too much. So you get a Q anyway, but you waste a lot of healing items. I don't know if the prison continues to this side. There's another prisoner that looks just like the one on the floor above. I'll keep this guy locked up for now. I noticed all the floor here is made of earth. I mean dirt. So if I try to walk in, yeah, he lost so. Yeah, I also like that the Deventis is the only chapter that does something like this. Anyway, are you noticing something about these enemies? Other than the fact that they are good experience fodder for how weak they are. When I kill a lost soul, Oboro doesn't tell me the death counter. That's because killing those does not actually count as a kill. Only killing a human enemy adds to the count, so if you're playing pacifist and you need to gain levels, which you might have to, you can do that by killing those enemies. And finally we learn a projectile. Shuriken barrage should be that. But we have to get out of here. They keep respawning, so it's not like you have to kill off them. This one was in the way, but you can test the new ability. Zero damage, but he is resistant to that.
どちらへ行かれる気です？ここを出ることはまかりなりませんよ。あの男を助けに来たようですが、それは不可能というもの。なぜなら、一介の忍び風情に、この私を倒すことなどできようはずもないですからね。
ならば切る。
この私は不死の身。それでも切るとおっしゃいますか？
ならば切る。
Does his dialogue
仕
just
方が
look?
ありませんね。もう少し頭の切れる方だと思いましたが、思ったより愚か者のようですね。それではこの美しい私が父なる主のもとへあなたを送って差し上げましょう。アーメン。
The localization took out the Amen that he says before he fights you. But this guy, Amakusashiro, is the first of several real historical figures we'll find in this chapter. This was an actual person. You can look that up. He is not resistant to the shuriken like the Ghost.
愚かな。
水遁の術。
何
Like before, you might be able to keep pushing him away.
遊びはそろそろおしまいにしましょうか。
もらった。
この私は死ぬというのか。
許せ。
言ったでしょ。
この私は不死の身とね。
He just comes back, so I don't actually remember what to have to do to actually beat him. I think now that he's showed up, like, we can actually kill those ghosts and they don't respawn, and then you fight him again. And he doesn't come back because he has no ghost observer. But I'm not actually sure. And regarding Amakuzashiro, that's the name of this boss, and I've looked this up to not be risk being inaccurate, because I didn't remember that. He was a Japanese Christian, and he led the rebellion of Roman Catholics against the shogunate. That's why he says, as his religious, like sounding dialogue, and why he says amen before fighting you. In the dub, the localization decided to cut that out. Three of them left, so they are not respawning. This is probably the trick to beating him. This feels like a pretty deep cut to include in this game, because even in other Japanese RPGs I don't see this guy coming up very often. There isn't a Amakuzashiro in Fate or anything, is it? Hey, thanks to that, I've learned a few new skills to test on him.
不死の身の私に勝てるわけはないのですよ。おやめなさい。後悔しますよ。
ならば切る。
もう少し頭に思ったよ。この父なる主のもとへあなたを送って差し上げましょう。アーメン。
アーメン。Oh, this attack looks amazing in the remake. And it could have put into sleep, but he might be immune.
この私が破れるなどありえぬ、あってはならぬのだ。死ぬよ。
You can kill a ghost if you hit them hard enough, as it turns out.
なんな騒がしいにゃ。ここは居眠りもさせてくれんがかや。まあちょうどええわ。腹が減ってたまらんがよ。何か食わせてくれんかにゃ。カステイラがあったら嬉しいがやけんど。
I've got a few.
この際贅沢言うがもなんじゃき。なんでも。おまん、民家をやにゃ。新入りかよ。
滅相もない。
としたら。おう、わしを助けに来てくれたがかよ。そりゃご苦労やったにゃ。ちっくとここも飽きてきたところやったき。お言葉に甘えて連れて行ってもらおうかにゃ。
And the chapter should be done now, because if you remember, our goal was to rescue the prisoner, it wasn't to kill the lord of the castle. But if you try to go back to the start and leave, the prisoner will tell you have to stay because he wants to take care of business with the lord or something like that. So you actually do have to reach the final boss. But now you have a party member that will make things a lot easier. Exactly what I just said. Another real-life person. You've probably heard of this one, at least once. Oh, we're at the moat. That's an incredibly awkward place to fight in. I forgot to check what level the prisoner starts in. 9, so he's actually still above Oboro. Actually, he doesn't have any spell, so you should still have the higher special attack. And that big shadow over there is actually an NPC. I'll run away, probably run away, but I wanted to check just how strong he is first. Very. I spoke about this chapter having a super boss, and it's actually not this one, but he should be the second strongest enemy. We have to come back later for this one. No, let's go the other way. Oh, I found it. I think. Give me a second. I was gonna say this is where the super boss is, I'm not actually sure. But this has a puzzle of the clicking sound you heard when we walk. I think you have to walk until you hear the clicking, then come back and you find something. Yeah, exactly like that. Not really, I have to save you. By the way, the coins they're talking about is the, I think, called Koban I've been finding. And I'm saving that for something else. Oh, wait a minute. You. I just want to show this off since I happened across it. Here's the super boss. This was actually an accident. I didn't remember it was this easy to get to him. I recall this floor sound puzzle, but not... well, I wasn't sure this was the way to find the super boss. And I accidentally triggered it in the end. You can't run away, so you have to just die and reload. But at least we know where to find him now. Is he weak against anything? Oh, he tanked that. If we really tried, we might actually be able to kill him in this level. But I do want to get stronger first. I might not actually do it in this playthrough. There's at least one more event I want to see before I try this boss. Maybe does the rune change if I come back? Oh, you can just repeat the event. Good to know. So when I'm ready to take on this boss, I just found the prism on purpose, come out to the moat, and into this room. There is nothing further to the side. No, not you. Now where haven't I gone yet? I haven't really been keeping track. Foreign. Oh, they're attacking us. He did drop an accessory, so let's hope the other one also does. The prisoner that was over here has vanished, so that must have been a trap. I think at this point we are strong enough that we can take on any regular enemies. Yeah, I was already leaving. You don't have to shout at me. Now I'm going after one specific boss, but I don't remember where it was.
横に何か書いてある。
Oh, I should have fighted the little more to free
横に何か
Goemon.
書いてある。
That NPC, once you free him, he refills some of the treasure chests. I don't know if he refills them or if he puts stuff in chests that would have been otherwise empty, because we did find some of those.
Oh,
カトンの術。許せ。
Oh, you cannot run away from this? Okay.
カトンの術。 許せ。
I'm going to reload this because I shouldn't have killed that one NPC. So in the warehouse you will find those same ghosts we had in the room that we fought Amakusa Shiro in. And they will respawn as long as that woman is kept alive, I believe. So by killing her they stop respawning. And you lose what is an infinite grinding room that you can use. Especially if you're pacifist, because killing the ghost doesn't count as a kill. So it's nice to have. Half the ninjas have action hero names. Give me a second. Twitch's filter was oversensitive this time. I wanna check the room with that guy guarding it. It's the 100 spins, man. You've spun your last spin. Let him do it once. Oh, I can do it.
主も好きよのお主も回っ
But let's be done with it. That is very strange.
断る。
No item drops.
回さないで。
回す。
That ninja is still around. We are actually over leveled because normal enemies are barely giving us any XP now. I just have to find the next boss. Oh, and I can go back to that place that had the 5 ninjas. I should be able to beat them now. Nice. Oh, that's why they had a leader that could beat first and the rest would disappear. For what I have to do, I believe I need to have 3 or 4 or 5 Koban. I don't remember exactly. I do have 5, so this should be enough. I believe I have to return to that cog puzzle, wherever it was. I think this was the way I followed to get to it, before I fell down into the prison. Nice, this was the place. This one will just make me fall down again. So I have to go up there and use the ropes that I had before. Unless there's another path through here. I'm glad you can skip those the next time, because imagine this was like the water puzzle in Dragon Quest where you could not skip the animation. But they didn't do what I wished it would, which is reverse that conveyor belt fire on the top, so I could get to that chest. I want to go back to the start to save, so if I screw up another step I can load it again. Because there are paths that look safe, but you lead to into a dead end where your only option is to jump down. Oh, like here I shouldn't have walked on this one. Yeah, good thing I saved. Very graceful ending for our prisoner, but we are reloading the save. There's still no way to get to that staircase. There must be another lever somewhere. Either that or I have to undo one of the three I have already flipped.
金のね。
I'd say last cause you cannot flip them again. At least it's one thing you don't have to worry about. I see it's another hole. I'll try that one more time. If I fall down again, I'll just end the stream because it's about time. But I'd like to finish this puzzle first. There should be one switch I still haven't flipped. And if it's not this one, then it must be that one on the top right, because it's facing the other direction. I just have to get to it. This is where I could actually use a rope to make a shortcut, but I think I can get to it without using one. It might be by going up from the left. Nice. And I think that really was the last one. Nice, I'll continue from here next stream. That's it for today. I'll check if there's somebody I would like to raid, but thanks a lot for tuning in today. I was hoping to find somebody that was playing either this or one of the games I've streamed in the past, but it's almost never the case, and it's not today either. Thanks for the wait. I'm waiting another VTuber. I hope to see you next week. Have a good night.